Good morning. It's not quite sun up here, as you can probably see through the windows there. Um, I'm going to be doing day two of the 12 days of Christmas Scraplifts from Scrap Squad, and the design is very similar to the day two sketch in the Sketchathon with Lisa Sikorsky, and I've actually turned it on its side so you can see how similar the two are. I'm going to work some elements of each into my design so that I pay homage to both. I'm also doing the Bramble Fox December Challenge, which is to include at least three sparkly things on my layout. And so I've got some sparkly paper elements, some bling, and some sequins. And I'm doing the three daily prompts for today from Dottie About Flair. And those prompts are hearts, snowflakes, and teal. And I have an alarm going off. So that's my regular time to get up alarm. And obviously I beat the alarm today. So I've got these four things going. I'm going to kind of concentrate on this one for my paper choices, and I kind of making a little bit of a strange paper choice, or different anyway. I'm not going to have a break between one type of paper and the other. There's actually a pattern in I'm working with Warm Wishes by Vicki Boutin. There's actually a pattern where the top is heavily dotted and then it kind of goes down to where the bottom has hardly any dots. So I'm just going to run some strips of paper across, build a photo cluster, and call it Divided. We'll see. I need to cut this branding strip off. This is my very first Warm Wishes layout. It's the first time I've cut into the collection, and I have to say I'm in love. It's really, really beautiful. So instead of taking a strip off a brand new, fresh 12 by 12 paper, I'm going to cut a couple strips I'm going to take a 3/4 inch strip of this plaid, and I'm going to actually change the orientation of the camera now. I thought maybe you could see more of the chopping if I had it up, but I think that's not the case. So I'm going to tilt it down like this and get to work. So I've cut a 3/4 inch strip that's, I guess, 8 inches long, and I'm going to cut another one, and they'll overlap, and we'll figure that out when it's time. I'm going to also cut out of this red. So my two patterns that are going to kind of break it in the center will be this very subtly patterned, floral patterned red, and the really nice green Christmas plaid. And I'm going to cut these half inch. I think I cut them the same. I did. Okay, so those are there. My photo that I'm using is this one of Allie. It's just such a sweet pose of her by these Christmas presents that are under the tree. This was our first Christmas in Georgia. We came to visit when James was together with Allie's mom, and it was the first time we'd met Allie, and it was the first time she started calling us Grandma and Grandpa. So it was nice. I think that was 2006, and so she'd have been 4. And I've just matted the photo on the packaging from the ephemera. It's got a really nice kind of neutral green pattern on it. Here you can kind of see it in the larger pack of the big chipboard stars. Okay, so I've got this going. I'm going to go ahead and put some foam behind the photo, and then we'll get down to the fun part, which is embellishing. Okay, and I'm going to put the photo on first. I'm going to orient it kind of this way, because then I'll fit these guys around it. Actually, let's do it the other way. I'm going to actually distress this. I'll put the red on flat, and then I'm going to distress this and kind of fold it up and really kind of expose that teal paper that's on the other side. And I'll just get a little bit of adhesive kind of along the top there so that I can fit that in. Let's see, I think we saw, I want the photo to cross the area where the dots are heavy and where they're sparse. So I'm going to put this kind of right here, and it's probably going to be about exactly half, which honors Lisa's sketch. So let me get another piece right here. I'm not going to need as much, so I'm going to kind of cut it that way. Actually, let me use this piece. That's not going to be enough? Is this going to be enough? I may have messed up. I'll just cut that off the end because I want this part to be the bottom to actually, you know, correspond with the other piece. I get in a hurry sometimes and, you know, forget to that I have to match things up when working with, when not cutting a solid strip. That should be a consideration there. I'm going to put that there. The photo should be right around in there, and then I'll just snip this off, and then I'll put the red underneath it. And I'm debating whether to distress the bottom part of the red. I think I will. What's on the other side? The other side of that one has the Christmas ornament pattern, and it's not necessarily anything that I want to show, but so I'm not gonna turn it up. Let's get this there. And I'm really gonna kind of sneak it up as high as I can get it. Okay, so there's just very little. Now see, doesn't that look like two different pattern papers? I think so. I like it. I like that. I like that I didn't have to figure out what color, solid color cardstock was going to go, because it's white was not going to cut it, and I didn't, for this one I didn't necessarily want to use craft. The in some of Vicky's collections, craft is a really good choice because the off whites have that kind of craft cast to them, if you will. Okay, so now I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to support it with, because it's got to cross that border, and that's why sometimes I don't do the border first. But this is okay. I'll just put a couple strips of the video appears to have stopped. I hope that doesn't mean that it stopped filming. I'm just gonna put that there. I'm not sure what's happening here. It's rolling, but it looks, the playback is stopped, and I'm not sure what to do next. It's switching over, so I'm just gonna go ahead, and if it didn't work, then I'll drop back and I'll figure something else out. Okay, I'm gonna take the original here and kind of this is really bothering me that it's sitting still like that. I'll just go ahead and I'll test it later. It's got a lot of greenery sprigs and some bows and hearts and stars, and I'm just going to kind of go for it. There's a Santa Claus here. I'm going to use a Christmas tree instead. I will use this tree to cover up Katie's little face there. Usually I don't want to cover up Katie's face, but in this case she's kind of photobombing there, unintentionally, I'm sure. So I'll kind of get that. I'm going to do 2 layers. Okay, let me get this. This seems to not be on there straight. I'm afraid this is not working. What could have happened? Okay, I'm going to use the greenery kind of I'll have that one out there. Okay, and I'll take another type of greenery and put it maybe right here. I'm gonna actually go back to this same type right in there. And it's a little bit disconcerting because I'm pretty sure that it's not filming, but I want to keep talking as though it is. Okay, so that's there. I'm gonna go with this maybe right up here. I kind of want to angle things from here down to here, have this be the lowest point, and I don't necessarily want anything huge up there. My title is going to be Holiday Joy, and I'm going to have it overlapping the tree. So it's going to go like that. I will have the bow down here, kind of corresponding with some things that are going on there. I'm going to have a, let's see if I can double up. I've got this giant teal star and I think it's too big. So I'm going to go look for a smaller teal star because I have my heart set on teal for that area. I may just go with this green because there will be other teal elements on here. I'm gonna kind of have this. I'm actually gonna put it right there. Okay, it looks like it's back to real time. I hope that wasn't a, I hope the video doesn't come out stalled like it was, like my view of it was. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a, do I want to put that there? Don't really like that. I'm just gonna oh, how about this? We'll go with this little guy. I'm actually gonna fussy cut that clip off. And put it on some foam. And have it right there. Kind of slightly overlapping the photo. And so I need 2 layers and we're good. That. There we go. And then maybe this bit of these berries could go there. I think we have enough busyness going on there. So I'm gonna skip the berries at this point. and get the title on, and then see what we want to do in the way of small, tiny embellishments, some of which are going to have to be snowflakes to meet the prompt, and I have to add sparkly things for bramble fox. I'm going to go like that, and then I'll have this one, that one overlapped, this one isn't going to, but I'm still going to bring it up to the same height as that. Well, because I may have it overlap. It gives me some options. Okay, let me get the bow down here. That's a definite nod to the Scrap Squad lift. There is a bow in the original. It was done by Daniela Yankee, I think it's pronounced. There. And I'm going to add a few of the stars kind of out in the field here. I have one there, and I have another color here, and there is a banner on that one, and I thought I'd use this as that banner, and I kind of want it lifted up, but I'm not quite sure how to do that, other than I can actually prop the ends up on something. Like, what if I had a piece of flare right here, and I started the banner on top of the flare, and then I have it ending on, it ends on the star there. We'll figure something out, but I'm going to do the flare. Okay, let's see. All right, and now I can I can put it anywhere, and that's a black star, which I don't necessarily need to have in my life. And then I can have it end on a piece of flare there. Let's see what my other flare is. I've got this heart. Let me pull this up, and maybe this heart goes there, and we'll make it end on that. And we might and I'm not sure whether I want this to go under this greenery or over. I think under is good. So let me get a little bit of glue. And I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue right there, and then when that has dried, I'll lift this up and put some glue under there. So now I've got this star, which can go down here, I have this kind of holly berry thing that could go here. I like that on the on top of the title. I've been doing that a lot lately, it seems, and I've just dropped my tweezers. So there we go. And this gives me something else kind of over in this area. Okay, I think it needs 2 layers, and that's okay. And we're kind of getting to the point where I could start doing some of the small embellishments. I don't want it to go off the page, so we'll kind of do it that way. Okay, not going to use that. I have there is this color pink. I've cut this out of glittery paper for another project. I'm going to go ahead and use it here and let it count as one of my sparkly things. Maybe. It's very sparkly paper. And it kind of is just a little bit of an accent there. I don't really like it sticking out that far beyond the photo, so I'm going to cut a little bit off and have it end right where the photo ends. And then I've got this little piece that could maybe go someplace else, because you know I hate collecting little pieces, and I hate tossing them even more than that. So let's put it maybe right under here. Just a little tiny accent. I also have, out of that same paper, I have these stars, but they're so different from the stars I've already used. I'm going to skip that. I have something else cut from a really sparkly piece of paper that's just this circle. And I thought if I kind of snuck it under like that, it wouldn't really alter the design, and it doesn't look like it's competing with the polka dots. It looks like it's maybe one of them, just an extra large version of one of them, but it does add a touch of sparkle to the page. And I have my alligator that is a must on all of the alley layouts. I think I want to do it this way, maybe put it on top of that star. So let's do it like this. I also have a couple of Bramble Fox kind of word plaques that are in an amazing color that's just really beautiful. It's a kind of a purplish brown or brownish purple, and it just behaves so nicely as a neutral. Okay, there. And then I think I'm gonna take I'm gonna do a smaller one from the chipboard. Add these little holly berries, kind of to make this look like a Christmassy alligator, a Christmas gator. I don't know if there are such things, but let's decide that there are, and let's make one. Okay, so I've got, that's not going to go on there. That I'm going to do it that way. Okay, so let me bring this down a bit, and then I can bring this over, and that gets you a little bit closer. I'm going to next add, just because I need to get them in, I'm going to add some of this bling, and it's gold, so I'm going to actually put it adjacent to gold dots. There's one over here. There we go. So I've got the bling in, and then let's get a few sequins. I have a teal star here too that I want to put right there, and let me get it on before I forget. And I have some tiny little chipboard snowflakes that will fulfill the snowflake requirement. Put that there by the bow. And then I'm going to take the teal sequins, and I'm just going to dot them up around the top, because I've got the bling and all of these elements down here. I'm going to do the sequins adjacent to the teal dots in a few areas. And then I've got 4 more to spread around in random areas. Let's do one right here. It's actually adjacent there, and let's go find another group of 2 and put it kind of in the middle. And I know that's 3, and I've got 4 to do. Oh, I've got 5 actually. So here, and then I'm going to put a little tiny one. Nope, that's a pretty big glop of glue there. So I'm going to put one of the regular sized ones there. And let's see, where do I want this one? This one can go maybe right here. I don't want them like however you would, so I don't want them evenly distributed. I'm going to put this one actually in the middle of the star on the Christmas tree because it's really tiny and it's cute. Okay, there. And that is from the Wild Whisper mix called Ocean of Teal from Spiegelman Scraps. Okay, so I've got another flare that could go right there. It has little wonky hearts, and one of the the Dottie About Flare. I've got Bramble Fox and Dottie About Flare and Scrap Squad all going, and Scrap-a-Sketch and Sketchathon all going around my head here. So that one's Wonky Hearts, and it again kind of plays nice with those big polka dots. Okay, I have a few things. There's this bit of mistletoe that should be hanging from above, but I think I don't want anything else up there. I've got this shiny gear that can go somewhere. I'm gonna figure out where in a minute, but I'll put the glue on first. How about maybe right there, and then that leaves me room for either a holly sprig or I think maybe a heart. Okay, but let's do these guys. There's this one that says family, and I have another one. It was on here. Here you go. That says memories. And so I think I'll just put those on and be. Do I want the family kind of up here and then the memories over here? I'll do that, and I'll kind of have it halfway on that strip, and then this one will be up here with the little fencing kind of right behind it. And that fence die is also a Bramble Fox die. So I think I'm done. I've got hearts, snowflakes. I don't have my snowflakes. I need a couple of these in the chipboard. There are some tiny snowflakes around. I'm going to gather a couple, and I'm going to put them kind of in the middle of darker polka dots. So here's another one, and here's another one. And let me get the snowflakes to go on top of those daubs of glue. Pretty sure daubs is not a real word, but if there were daubs, it would be daubs of glue, right? Okay, so I've got hearts, snowflakes, and teal. I have 3 sparkly things in that. That's sparkly snowflakes, and I've got sequins, and I've got bling down here. And I've got, I've honored Lisa's sketch with the kind of half and half design and the busy pattern up at the top and the less busy pattern down at the bottom. I've got my 3 types of sparkle, so I think I've done it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna lift this up and kind of show the finished page to you. My favorite part is the triple layer of embellishments here that ends with a an alligator with holly berries on it. So there you go. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for the next Scrap Squad lift and as many challenges as I can combine with it. And now I'm off to the gym. Bye.